Some people around the league would say the Washington Commanders look a little bit broken this year. So today, we're going to go over how I would fix them in just 1 year and some of the changes that I would make. Now, this probably isn't going to be fully accurate because we're not going to use realistic draft classes or anything like that. But currently at week 8, you have Jayden Daniels. I know he's healthy in this. There's an injury reserve glitch with pre-existing injuries and all that, so we're just avoiding that. Team's old. Laramie Tunsil, old. It's just a lot of age everywhere. Terry McLaurin, they just paid, is now 30. Debo, up there. Zach Ertz, old. They have one rookie right tackle, Sam Cosmi. He's great. Tunsil has been great in the past. Hopefully he can continue to be. They have really not used Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt the way I would have expected, but he's starting to get more touches now. Hopefully they can get that rolling when they get Jayden back. Luke McCaffrey has been incredible. And defensively, a lot of age. Vernon Miller, Dorrance Armstrong, Bobby Wagner, Marshawn Lattimore, like just age everywhere. Javon Kinlaw, Preston Smith. They've got age everywhere. So our first step is probably going to be to try to trade some of these aging guys away and get some younger players. It's week 8. I know if you're Washington right now, you're thinking, hey, we can compete, so we're going to compete. Right now, I'm not liking the look of that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to make some trades. Again, Andrew Wiley. I understand he is a backup player, but there's no offers. Well, we're going to find out who needs a right tackle. The Bengals could always use a right tackle. There's so many teams that could do. Arizona Cardinals could use a right tackle. Look, we're not trying to get much, but we are trying to get some more draft picks. We'll throw a 5th. Now, realistically, that's probably not a thing. There'd be some sort of pick swap, I would assume, but we're going to get him out of here. I really want to trade Debo, but they just signed him. They wouldn't trade him. They're not going to trade Terry McLaurin. They just signed him. I think I could say the same for Marshawn, even though they really should. But Bobby Wagner, we're going to have to get rid of. We're going to trade him away. I know they probably no trade offers for Bobby Wagner. The Pittsburgh Steelers looking to step their defense up. They're in win now mode. We're going to take a 3rd and a 6th off their hands for Bobby Wagner, hopefully. Yes, we do. Again, they're in win now mode. They need picks, or they don't need picks. They're trying to win with Aaron Rodgers. We need picks. And it's just like we don't have the defensive tackle depth to do anything with this. So we're probably just going to carry this along to the draft. And then maybe we make some more trades at the draft. But I did add those 3 picks. We'll just get through the rest of the year. I don't assume we're going to win anything. They already lost this game against against Kansas City. They're currently 3-5. I don't see them winning the next 2 games either. I mean, Seattle's really good offensively and defensively. They got a great defense. And then Detroit might stomp them. I mean, what do you do at 3-7? There's a lot of players we need. And I don't really think we are going to have a top 5 pick, but we might be able to work something out. I don't know why we're focused scouting quarterback. That's not even close to our biggest need, but we do need a running back. Is receiving back our scheme fit? Oh boy, we're going to have to change these playbooks. I think it's probably going to be elusive back. You know, we'll look at Garrison Curtis. See what he looks like, get to edge rushers, maybe a running back. There's going to be a lot we need to do. I'm hoping there's some good free agency players, but from that, we'll just get to the end of the year where, I mean, we're 5-6 right now, which I think is better than what Washington has got a chance of being at this point in the year. So, and somehow we sneak up to 8-9. You know, that's okay. We'll still have a good enough draft pick. Not really where we want to be. I was kind of hoping to be closer to New York. Again, I think they will be really at the end of the year, especially if Jayden can't stay healthy by any means. But regardless of all that, to the offseason. All right, and as far as negotiating goes, Debo's gone. Noah Brown's gone. Yeah, I actually don't even think we bring any of these guys in or back. They're all kind of terrible and old. We're going to look to get younger. Hopefully the free agency has some good stuff to offer, as we are going to jump right on over to it. Take a little bit of a live look here together. I haven't jumped in yet. All right, so we do have, and we can get a little bit younger here, especially with Leo Chenal. We have the money. Bring in a linebacker. You know, a player like Khalil Mack, who's gonna, well, yeah, he's gonna play a year. So does he? He doesn't even really. I mean, he doesn't really want to be here. Maybe we can find somebody else. What do we look at? There's some offensive line help potentially. Let's take a full scope look at the offensive line help that we potentially have. Because there's Joel Petonio, Tevin Jenkins, center. I mean, you got Biadasz there, so that's not big. The only thing I would really look at is a left guard, where we'll offer Tevin Jenkins a little bit of money. Now, in real life, I probably wouldn't bring him in because I don't need a defensive tackle. Need some edge help. I will say we need some edge help. We bring in another Cowboy like they've done in the past. But there's just nobody here that's like outside of Khalil Mack and Arnold Ebiketie. We've got to bring in somebody. You might as well make it Khalil Mack. Why not? Why not make it Khalil Mack? Just for a year. I'm not like super amped about that by any means. You know what? We'll throw a contract at Dax Hill. Where does that put us? We're the only ones interested in him. Free safety wise. All right, we got our 5. We're offering Jaquan Brisker as well. That's just for this time. I mean, we're in tough territory. I don't think we get nearly any of the people that we get. Khalil Mack and Dax Hill. All right, we got more players to go after. Punter and kicker is one of them. All right, we've added some more people to the list. Time to see who we get, if we get any of them. I'd be shocked. All right, so we get Joel Petonio. We get the punter and kicker. Not able to get Alec Pierce or anybody else. All right, we get Calvin Austin, Noah Fant. We missed out on a lot. We're going to leave that as that, and we are going to get to the draft. All right, well, we are at the draft, and as I go to it, we have built out a favorites. I haven't really decided where we're going to go first. You know, it really could be tight end. I don't think it's going to be tight end because there is a second round tight end. Now, we could, we very well could trade back and use our resources to get a bunch of round 2 picks because I think that could build our team the best as, we've got a pile of potentially undrafted guys here, stuff like that. But we also could go running back. There are some running backs here that really look good. Receivers, there's some good ones, but I almost think that running back or trading back and just building second round picks. If we had a plethora of second round picks, I feel like we would be better off than just reaching for one of the guys that we like absolutely want now. But I will tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out the tight end that's still on the board. He doesn't look nearly as good as our guy. I mean, elite speed though. What does our guy have? Does our guy have elite speed? Fernando Ramirez. He also had, yeah. I think our goal here is to trade this away. Philadelphia getting 28, 60, and a third is actually, that's all picks this year, right? 2020. Yeah, I know generally people don't like to do this. You trade interdivisionally. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to trade interdivisionally, and we are going to try to get more second round picks as we try to trade back. I think it's going to be with the Colts. We move back 2, we gain a 4th. But I think it's going to be the Titans. I think we go back with the Titans. Joel Graves. We need a tight end terribly. This guy's got elite speed, elite agility. He was the number 1 on the board. He's ranked at 27. He's normal dev, though. That's kind of terrible. Oh, we're taking Mike McKee. I know he looks terrible, but that 4.24, and he's a round 2 to 3 talent. And he's probably going to be terrible like he is. All right, taking a corner. Jalen Shirley. Just the board fell apart, and we are doing terrible too. This is not going to be a great one-year situation. Matthew Nolan. I think we'll give him a chance. He looks halfway decent. Now we are going to change, and he's terrible as well. Looks like a really good slot receiver, ranked at 18. Okay, and a hidden dev. We finally hit one. We're looking for young athletes, ranked at 140, and a hidden dev out of Chauncey Wallace there, the corner. We're gonna make the best of free agents, potentially undrafted guys that look like they could be something. Mateo Medina, ranked at 59, normal dev. Gonna have a good enough overall that I think he'll make something work. There's some guys here that look pretty good, like Jamal Pierce. Give me a hidden dev. Ranked at 69. Normal. Jawan Lamontagne. Round 1 to 2 talent. Welcome to the team. We needed ranked at 29. Normal dev. Looks like an athlete that we can make work. 128. Normal dev. Got to be Conrad. Bring in an extra offensive line. No, he's terrible. Okay. In the 60s. In the first three. Like three. Yeah. Yeah, this was tough. Tevin Hood's good. Mateo Medina's good. Like, we got a couple good receivers, but we just whiffed on everything. Everything. Very few dev traits. We are going to change playbooks, which means none of these guys are going to be playmakers or scheme fits, even at that matter. But, you know, you got to change playbooks in this to win games. I don't know what defense we're going to go to yet, but we're going to go to Green Bay's playbook. I know that's going to help the rookie running back. Hopefully, he will develop a good bit. Why can we not get moving? There we go. And then I want to say Buffalo's defensive scheme is a base 4-3. It is. Base 4-3, and yeah, there we go. We're going to keep that. And hopefully, we're going to send to the regular season. Hopefully, that'll carry us through. We're going to try to let Jayden Daniels carry this team. The offense carry this team because it's not going to be done defensively. And that's what it's doing right now. We got a weekly award winner. It's Jayden Daniels. 324, 5 passing touchdowns against that Houston Texans defense. We all know that's a good defense. I don't know if it's good on the game. I just know in real life, IRL, Houston's got a solid defense. We take down San Francisco 2-0. All right, we're doing something. We've just got to make it to the playoffs. That's all I'm asking. 3-0. We take down the New York Giants. Now we have Tennessee, a team we traded with. We have the better overall. Are our playbooks good enough to overpower them? I really hope so. 4-0. Tied with the Philadelphia Eagles. We have to face them now. I don't feel good about this one. Maybe Jayden's good enough to overpower Philadelphia in the Madden sim. No, that one is a loss. But how are we doing? We're about middle of the pack. Now, our defensive rush yards are terrible. People are running all over us. Pass yards, middle of the pack. But points per game, top 10. Offensive points per game, just outside the top 10, but our pass yards look really good. Rush yards, not so much. Probably because we have that terrible, terrible rookie in. But, we just got to keep simming. 4-1. You live with that. Being middle of the pack, but 4-1 is completely acceptable. I don't care what anybody says. The goal of the NFL is to win games. And we have a linebacker breakout. This could be huge. Who's it going to be for? Ali Cahoe. 5 tackles and an interception's tough. Well, how do they pick these? Let's go 2+ tackles for a loss. That maybe seems like the easier one. I'm hoping he can get it. 2+ tackles for a loss. Ali Cahoe upgrades his dev trait. Hop in the sim, see if he gets it. 5-1 currently. Just took down Jacksonville. Atlanta could be a little bit of a weak spot for Washington, but it's not. 35-21. 6-1. All right, good defense more often than not. Isn't about individual goals. I don't know if he got anything. Let's take a look. We'll take a look at the roster in general because I think maybe there were some dev traits. All right, Christie's been benched, but I think I'm okay with it. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt can have it for now. Hood is star dev, but playing up to an 88 overall. He must be getting a ton of targets. Defensively, I don't even think we had a dev trait out here. We were terrible, but okay. Kehoe did not go up in dev. We're just struggling now. None of those guys are good. I really folded that draft class, huh? Let's see if we can beat Arizona. I mean, we got a decent overall 41-7. What a win. That's awesome. We've got an injury. Don't tell me. Who is it? I just saw Marshawn Lattimore somewhere that I didn't think I'd see Marshawn Lattimore in interceptions. Drazon Newton. That's tough. Don't like that one at all. Not anywhere else on any of these league leaders. But leading the division is Philadelphia has lost a game. We're not going to hop in here. Dallas is 2-6. We're 7-1. 37-7. Commanders are 8-1. Jaden Daniels, another player of the week. I cannot talk. Jacksonville got both the AFCs. That's pretty great. 8-1. We're up by 2 games on Philadelphia. Which really, I mean, as long as we win these next 2 games, they could beat us in our second game, sweep us in the series. We're not going down. Now, another injury, one reason I hate injuries. Oh, of course, it's the rookie tight end. Injuries really suck, and this game likes to pour them on. As we finally lose to LA, but we have a halfback breakout. It's got to be Ja'Cory Krosky. Yeah. He's on the verge of breaking out. 125 plus receiving. It's probably not going to happen. Let's see what other goal we can give him. 75 rush yards and 1 touchdown. Sounds like a plan. Now, here's what's going to happen is he's not going to get it because I never get these. Give me a dev trait and a win. We need to be 9-2. We've got to take down Minnesota. We lose. Oh, this is not good. Philadelphia's 7-5, actually. This can work out in our favor. I don't know why we started losing games. Did he get it? No, I don't think he got it. Oh, he did get it. He went up in dev and he got 2,500. We're going to go ahead and spin that XP point for him. There you go, Bill. All right. Stuff, stuff is working for us. So I'm not going to be too upset about it. We've got some stuff going in our favor. We've just got to roll with it, right? And the defense, for whatever reason, I made him older. I signed Khalil Mack. Didn't do enough in the draft. I generally, when I decided to do this, I wanted to stay away from trading a bunch of future picks for picks this draft because I'm not taking it any further. So it's just kind of like cheating almost. So I was just trading back to try to gain more picks. And it didn't help me because all the players that I had on my board got drafted early. As we are the number 2 seed, though. So that could help us. Philadelphia, please let us win. Do not take us out here. All right, the Colts. We've got to be able to beat the Colts, right? I mean, maybe not because Indiana Jones is insane. We do. 9-4. We also have the 9-4 Giants. Whoever wins this gets the lead in the division. I'm crossing my fingers. It's not us. We go to 9-5. We bump all the way down to 8. We've got to be perfect here. All right, come on. Let's take down the Cowboys. We were so good. What happened? Just an instant fall off for no reason. All our players started playing better and we fall off. We're the 8s. We've got to beat. Please beat Seattle. Come on. Let's beat Seattle. Give me the playoffs. And we're in. Just like that. The New York Giants went 13-4, but we do sneak in. We were the 2 seed. We were literally 7-1, 8-1, was it? I mean, yeah, look at all these. Lost to the Eagles, win, and then just a rampant loss. I don't even know what happened. We were putting up points. Everybody looked good. Let's take a look at the stats. Jaden, pretty good year. 4,200 yards, 35 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Let's say some insane number. Ja'Cory Krosky, Merritt, 933, 13 touchdowns. Pretty good. Tevin Hood, 1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns. That's a rookie of the year and a dev trait. Terry McLaurin, 1,108. And, the other guys did pretty good. Joel Graves got hurt, obviously. Look at that. Gave up a lot of sacks. Frankie Louvu led the way in tackles. Khalil Mack in TFLs. Dorrance Armstrong in sacks. It's an interesting one. And Marshawn, he had like 4 picks midway through the year, and that's what he ended with. I think we're all right. Now, technically, we did do a little bit of a turnaround, and I do think we made the team better. By all means. Got some younger receivers in here, a young tight end, brought in an older offensive lineman, but we did draft some people, and well, we drafted one offensive lineman that's not that great, but you got some years to figure that out with these guys. Connerly developed wonderfully. Graves is getting better, and he will. Defensively, I know we didn't really fix anything with Khalil Mack, but we also did draft Pierce, who does have, I think he's got the potential to actually, work in behind him. You brought in Dax Hill, who's playing incredible. We need some linebacker help. But again, you can kind of find that easily, especially in Madden. And what you can't really find in Madden is easy wins, especially in the playoffs as we try to take on the New York Giants. Jackson Dart. Apparently, Jackson Dart's the real deal. Lighten it up as long as he's still the quarterback here. I assume he is. Jackson Dart's right there. Maybe Madden's giving him a dev trait. I haven't really checked or seen. Jump into the end of the game. I'd like this to end like my Raiders one did, where the Raiders one was more of a guide, but I kind of like the idea of this, where we jump in, we try to fix a team in a year, have a perfect draft, all that, see if we can. This is going to be a close one. We're gonna slow this down a little bit as New York is fighting to score. They're gonna get a field goal. What do we got? What do we got to do? We've got to jump in. Am I super excited about this? Absolutely not. But not throwing for a lot of yards here, which I am a little upset about. And this Giants defense does seem to be fairly good. As we get a 4th and 4 because Brian Burns is running stride for stride with my receivers. Something I would like Madden to do. Make it make sense. As we hit the tight end, going for it on 4th and 4 because guess what? It was a must-win situation. I don't want to see Brian Burns running stride for stride with any receiver. I'm not to say that Brian Burns isn't fast. His coverage ability is not there. Okay, his coverage ability is not there. And probably any receiver realistically is going to work him. Ooh, I threw Terry late. I thought that corner, I saw him pull towards Hood, so I was like, all right, cool. I got Terry. And then he pulled back down. As we hit Graves again, and that's going to go out of bounds. Minute 51 left. What do we got here? I mean, this is a little bit. Maybe we go to run. Maybe we get Christie involved. Ooh, look at that. Nice first down. Tyler Nubin put it on him. Well, whoa, pause. Not what I wanted to see there out of the receiving core, I will let you know. Terry, you got all these. Okay, tight end. There you go, great. Graves. 3rd and inches. I don't really like to run it here. There you go, Noah. I mean, we're burning clock. We've got a lot left. There's Christie. That's into the end zone. I probably shouldn't have scored there, but here we are. All right, we're on defense. We know they're throwing the ball. Oh, Frankie Louvu, interception right away. That's going to be game over. Go ahead and hit that victory formation. We're taking the dub in the playoffs. I think they swept us. I really think them and Philadelphia swept us in the regular season. But even though they swept us, we get the win in the playoffs. Hard to beat a team 3 times in the NFL. No point going through the stats. This isn't a traditional rebuild. We're just going to finish this one out. And my favorite team, the Green Bay Packers, one of the most winningest teams in the last 20 years, 30 years. Maybe not in terms of Super Bowls, but, just win percentage. We're going to just jump straight in. What is there to do? I mean, this year, Green Bay and Washington played, and it looked like 2 totally different levels of teams. No one really knew what to do. Washington really didn't know what to do with the defense until it was way too late. I think Green Bay kind of pulled their foot off the gas a little early, but still a large margin as we have a close game here. But Washington is up 14-13, a 1-point game. What do we do here? Can we keep our... Oh, it's a tie game now. Oh, whoa. I didn't realize there was a minute left. All right, where are we at? We're at the 49. Okay, we have time. 1st and 10. We're going to go to the handoff here. Okay, there we go. You know, basic all Madden. No fancy sliders. You're going to be able to run the ball. I mean on anybody. We try to get Jacory involved here. Injury timeout for I don't know who, but I'm going to assume it's Jacory Krosky-Merritt. It looks like already. I really didn't want us to burn that timeout. Trying to burn the clock as Jaden's going to hit the halfback screen to Christie. Make them burn a timeout. 3rd and 3. Jaden with, not the best game out there, but a minute 42 left. That's a 1st down. In the middle of the field. Make them burn their timeouts. They are completely out. Yeah, Bruce Sternum. Burning clock. We're going to kick a field goal. They got no timeouts. 3rd and 9. Going to try to get back to the middle of the field and then call a timeout. There we go. 14 seconds. I probably called that a little bit early, but it's okay. Going to go ahead and take our field goal with Bates. That is up and good, and there is 11 seconds left. We have the lead. We've just got to play perfect. Going to come out and cover 4. All right, we have got to get home. Oh, we almost get there for the sack. They got no timeouts. That's game over. They checked it down to Musgrave. Going to try to get back to line of time. Doesn't matter. Get the narrow victory, 24-21. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a team that Washington beat real life in the playoffs last year. IRL. This should be the NFC Championship that we go to the end of the game of. It is the NFC Championship. Okay, Tampa's coming out hot, but we have a tie game. Our defense is actually they're doing some stuff. I don't know what they're doing, but it is not like Washington in real life, especially this year. All right. Hold up. Let's hop in here. We got to get a 2-point conversion. They've had 2 turnovers and somehow we haven't. What the I don't even know what that was. That should have been a pick, but it also shouldn't have been thrown that far behind the guy. That was just weird. Connerly's got a lot to work on. I'm going to be honest. Connerly has a lot to work on. It's 3rd and 6. We have not done ourselves any favors. And that's going to be... Okay, give me... That's probably not defensive pass interference. But I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it every day. This thing had to have changed my play settings because this is not what I play on at all. As Krosky-Merritt going to work his way into the end zone. Give us the ability to tie the game. I like smash drive, but I don't know who I like here. I'm going to look for Hood. Hood, that's 2-point converted. All right, time to keep Baker in check. 3:30 left. I'm pass committing. I don't know why. All right, there you go, Frankie. IRL, he's hurt. Let's go ahead and try to get Deron Payne working here. I think this is going to be a run. Oh, and we get him behind the line. Look at that. A loss of 1. Coming on in, getting it figured out. Now, we have got to make something go here. We've got to get this blitz going. What the? All right, well, let's see where we are there. Let's see where that picks up. I just, for whatever reason, lost connection to EA servers because stuff is terrible. 3rd and 2. We get a redo of the play. We get a redo of the play. All right, Deron Payne. Incomplete pass, 4th and 2. Tried to get it to Chris Godwin. Too many people were there. They're going to punt it here. I don't think that's something that happens in real life. I don't think they punt there. But here, they're going to. Medina back to return. Somebody with some speed. That's a nice little return to the 38. 2:41 left. We want to make sure that we just not able to get anywhere because Vita Vea just blocked us up. All right, let's get somewhere here, guys. Let's move the ball. Oh my, I tried to throw it away. What are we doing? I don't like this whole quarterback juke thing because I'm sitting there trying to playmaker and I don't playmaker enough to actually use the playmaker ability correctly 90% of the time. And now I found myself in a 3rd and 26 because I don't know what I'm doing and he's not going to catch that. How does Winfield get over there in time? You know what? We're going to give him the option of the short field. Maybe we get the ball back faster. Okay, arm punt. Pick 6. Pick 6. Give me the ball back. Hopefully now that I'm not juking anybody. That's who he decided to cover. Let's keep him in that formation. Keep him out here. All right, there you go, tight end. What was that? Bro, Terry's cooking. Terry's cooking. This defense is better than the different, like the Legion of Boom. This may be the best defense we've ever seen. There you go, first down, tight end's moving. Let's keep it going. Now, I know I threw the INT, and I know that was a mistake, but it was an arm punt. We got the ball back now. Jacory, get the nice first down. That is literally our only option of anything. Oh, what a dot to Calvin Austin there. That was actually insane. Now, we had timeouts that I just didn't know about. But it doesn't matter. Tie game. Let's get it. All right, let's get after Baker. We know a pass is coming. We're pushing him out of bounds. Baker's already thrown 2 INTs today. We know a pass is coming. Let's try to get after the dude. Like, I feel like I've been trying to get pass rush this whole time. And we're just not able to. And they're trying. Not they're trying. They are moving the ball into field goal range. 22 seconds left. We have got. What was that? What are we doing? Hey, boys. 19 seconds left. They don't have far to make it. Oh my! Give that call that incomplete. Please call that incomplete. Please. You didn't call that incomplete. We're gonna call a timeout here. We have got to hope and pray for a block kick. I mean, it's not super long, but yeah, it was a piece of cake. We get to 35. We got 11 seconds to get into field goal range. Now, they can't ice us, which is really, really good. Okay. What a play from Terry McLaurin. I have never in my life seen somebody do something like that. All right, 5 seconds left. There we go. 2 seconds left. We just got in a little bit closer. 47-yard field goal. They don't have any timeouts. We're going to overtime. That is a made field goal. 0's on the clock. We tied it again. We got so lucky. Terry? Wide open. Huge play. Is that going to be all the way down to the 4? Man, I thought he was going to have it. IRL, Terry probably scores that. IRL, that is a Terry touchdown. Oh, there you go, LaMontagne. You know what? Told you we were going to score with him. You know, maybe not on the kickoff. That's pretty much that's a two-play drive right there. Two-play drive, we're up. Now, Baker hasn't played a clean game today. Do we know if he's running it or passing it? We don't. But I can tell you what we'll figure out. I don't know what Mike Evans is doing there. A screen? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Good job, Quan. Let's bring... Blitzes never work for me in Madden, I'm going to be honest. Like, we're blocked up forever, and Chris Godwin's wide open, and they get the first down. We're blocked up forever, dude. They had so much time there. Not to mention, they ran the perfect play call for a blitz. Frankie Louvu, interception. That is game over. Go ahead and give yourself up. We take the win in the NFC Championship this time. It was a lot closer than last time they played Tampa, I'm going to be honest, but we get the win. Ooh, Tevin Hood, Rookie of the Year. I think we knew that. Let's see here. Anything else? I doubt, because I just don't think we had that good of a year. What about dev traits, though? We had to have at least the Rookie of the Year Tevin Hood go up in dev, and he does. Everybody else on offense stays the same. Defensively, any dev traits? Marshawn goes up. I don't mind that. Yeah, I'm good with that. Marshawn going up. Everybody else stays the same, you know? Well, we're here in the DC Bowl. Something I just realized while I was in the load up for this, I heard... Dun, 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 which we all know what that is, right? Hail to the red hand, hail victory. Why do they still have that in the game? Because this most definitely is not. It's not hail to the Commanders. It's not HTTC. I know that much. I definitely know that as we jump to the end of the game. And, we got a tie game. Hey, I thought maybe our defense couldn't do it. And I thought, well, maybe I spoke too soon. No. And we got a tie game. We got a 10-point lead. That's Super Bowl. Didn't have to jump into the Super Bowl. We get a win. You know what? I've never had luck like this. And maybe I hold on to playbooks for too long. But I have never, ever had luck like this. The last two, the last thing I recorded before this was the Raiders thing. Now this time it's the Washington thing, and we still find ourselves winning a Super Bowl. Now I get completely, yeah, I hopped into the playoff games, but in any traditional rebuild that I do, or any 5-year rebuild, I'm gonna jump into those games. I'm gonna make sure, hey, I'm gonna jump in here. I'm going to see if I can make us win a Super Bowl early to get it out of the way, take some of the pressure off. But with Oakland, now with Washington, I've been able to do it twice and kind of give my team this, this upper hand as Jayden Daniels wins a Super Bowl MVP. And let's take a look. Let's see what the team looks like. We still got some age here, of course, with the offensive line, but you've developed Bill Merritt. Terry McLaurin had a decent year. Hood looks incredible. The rookie tight end's pretty good. Connerly's developed. LaMontagne or Lamonte, however you want to say it, he's looked pretty good. Defensively, you lost Khalil Mack, but Pierce is here. He can kind of step in, be a place filler. I mean, the rest of the defense, there's still some age, but Dax Hill's going to be here for a while. He's obviously a player you can move around. Trey Amos is up to a true 84 overall. Old Mikey Sanders still up to that 81. Frankie Louvu's obviously going to be here for a while, and he's a really good player. Jerzon Newton developing. You gotta get the edge situation straight and some of these linebackers. But outside of that, it's really in a decent spot. It's really not that terrible. So, hey, that's everything I would do to turn Washington around. You really have to kill the draft. But Washington really, in my opinion, needs to make some moves to get some more draft capital because they didn't have a lot last year and they don't have a lot this year. They traded a lot to try to win now. A lot of their draft capital, and it hasn't panned out in their favor this year, as now they're the oldest team in the league. And, you're really thinking, what are you setting Jaden up for, especially if you don't hit on the few draft picks that you have. So, you just got to really have all your faith in Adam Peters, hope he gets it figured out. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button. If there's a team you want to see me do this or a longer 5-year rebuild with, let me know down in the comments. If this video gets 15 likes, I'll do another 4 years onto it, see if we can actually build from there. And until next time, y'all have a good one.